Name or give the formula for the following polyatomic ion compounds. Naming polyatomic ions in compound form is not too bad. Usually you can just simply look up the names on a table. So if you look at example C, NaOH, you could look up OH and say that, find out that's hydroxide. Same thing with SO4, you could look that up and find out that that is sulfate. And the naming from the formula simply goes metal name, or if it's another polyatomic ion, you use its name followed by the name of the polyatomic ion without any changes whatsoever. When you're writing the formulas, like in our first example here, ammonium phosphate, you can use a similar thing to the crisscross rule, even if none of them are elements. In this case, ammonium is not an element. You won't find it on the periodic table, but you can find it on a polyatomic ion chart, and you'll find that it is NH4. You'll also notice that there's a little plus next to it because it is an ion. Same thing with phosphate. You can look it up, and you'll find it's PO4. And it's got a little 3 minus. What the plus and the 3 minus tell us is how many electrons that the NH4 have to give away and how many electrons the PO4 can accept. And so we can simply use the crisscross rule here by saying, okay, 1 plus sign, so that's a 1 to give away. PO4 can accept 3. We crisscross that, and we get a bracket here to show that we're talking about 3 NH4s and not just 3 H's or 43 H's. PO4. That was A. B, similar, beryllium and nitrite. And so we got to look up on the periodic table to see beryllium. And how many electrons does beryllium have to give away? Well, it's 2. And then you look up on your table nitrite, which is NO2, which has a little negative sign, which means that it has 1 to accept. And so when you crisscross rule that, you will get BE, and then again a bracket to show that we have 2 NO2s and not just 2 O's or 22 O's, but we get BE bracket NO2 2. You only need the brackets when you have more than one of your polyatomic ion here to show that there's more than one of the whole thing, not just one element in the polyatomic ion. The naming's really easy. If you look at this, you see that it's Na sodium and OH. Now you may want to call this sodium oxygen hydride or something like that. The clue here is to look for at least 3 capital letters. If there's more than 3 capital letters, 3 or more, then you're looking for a polyatomic ion. And if you look up OH in the back of your book, you'll find that NaOH is in fact called sodium, and the OH is called hydroxide. And that's it, sodium hydroxide. Same thing with the last one here, Li2SO4. Well, we know the name of Li. If we look on the periodic table, that's lithium. And SO4, if you look that up on your table, is sulfate. And so Li2SO4 is simply called lithium sulfate. Note that there's there's 2 lithiums, like with any other ionic compound, polyatomics are ions, that you don't include any number information here. It's just lithium sulfate.